Rap is out of control.
I am going to drop an album.
Okay.
I'm just, feeling out the climate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like putting out records, just waking my market back up and letting everybody know, like, Khryst was coming, but now he's here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your career has always been kind of like in the clouds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like you were here, but you weren't, and like people waiting on this, and then you were working with these guys and then that guy.
It's always been me, because my whole career has been what's the word I'm looking for? Experimental, so to speak.
Right.
Even with my style, like, when I came in the game, I was 17. You know what I'm saying? I'm 39 now. It's like I was 17 when I came in, and rapping and singing wasn't accepted like that when I was doing it. So I was still experimenting and finding myself and finding what was the niche and where was the best place for me to be.
Right.
So in working with all of the different people that I was working with, I was just trying to find my groove. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm very sharp with business, which has been a hindrance for my career.
Sure.
Because with the level of talent that I do have, humbly speaking, they expect me to be a little naive.
Right.
And when they start seeing I can read a contract without going to Theo Sotomayor.
Shout out to Theo.
They like, oh, hold on, this kid's on a different type of time. So that's always been the battle with with me. Like, I'm sharp with the business.
Right. It's so crazy because, was talking about that before, about like looking at people's careers, like let's take like a KRS, for example, with Criminal Minded, and how he got screwed out of that deal. I don't think he sees a penny out of that from the sales of that album, but by doing that album, it laid out the rest of his career.
Sacrificial lamb.
Exactly.
So I had a few of those.
Yeah.
I mean, my Crew Can't Go For That was a sacrificial lamb. That was my record.
Right.
And it became Trig's record.
Right.
Bus.
Yeah.
Like I gave a few of them.
Right.
To a few people.
Yeah.
Some I could speak on, some I can't speak on.
No
you know
doubt.
what I'm saying? But
that's what made us all want more. And like, well, why aren't we getting?
Nah, but now I'm about to give it to you. Pause. I'm up, baby. Like, I'm in a position now where people are respecting. People putting some respect on my name. You feel me? And they're allowing me to do my artist executive shit that everybody be trying to stop me from doing. Like, just be the artist.
Right.
Don't worry about it. I'm like, no.
Right.
I want to get into all of it. So, shout out to Soul Spasm. Shout out to Mickey. Shout out to Movie Time. Shout out to everybody, man, that's a part of this whole Trojan horse.
Right. Now, do you find it easier or harder working in this climate where there's you don't really have access too much to major labels as you once did?
This is perfect.
All right.
Because, for me, it's perfect because they already be mad at me because I ain't on nobody's team and shit. So being independent, I get to go nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gotta fuck with you now.
Right.
I can just throw my shit out. You can't blackball me. I can say what the fuck I want now.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? You can't go whisper over here and say, don't play Khryst. If you do that, it's going to send a ripple effect where everybody's going to want to hear me because you said not to hear me.
Right. Speaking of the 90s, we did we did the Non Phixion 5 Boroughs joint with Khryst on the chorus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was like the late 90s. And it's crazy too because we actually did several versions of that song, and they were all different takes. It wasn't like it was just like different beat switches. Like Khryst kicked different flows on. We did at least 4 different versions of 5 Boroughs, 2 of which we released. We did the DR did a remix, and then we did the original Necro version. But then there's 2 more. There's a Young Lord demo version we did, and then I want to say there's a 4th one, but I forget who did the 4th one.
Yeah, I did something different on every last one.
That's right.
That's called the remix. Not this shit where they be cheating and leave the verse and then put everybody else on the song. Let me shut up.
That's right. Back to that's we always joke about it, but it's like the '90s set standards of how things should be done. How music should sort of sound, and it's just like, and a lot of us kind of like love that sound of how things are and how they should be. They should be good. Music should be good.
Yeah, it
should be good. Yeah,
facts.
We should be able to appease the middle market too, like working class.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you're a perfect example of being able to ride that fence of like in the Jay-Z lane of someone that like can cater to like the underground kids and can also cater to the mainstream. And you are just, I always looked at you as in that pocket of you rhyme, you sing, but it's like it's just soulful and it's just like you can't deny it no matter what you're on.
That's a cosign, ladies and
gentlemen.
It
is a cosign. It's a free unpaid cosign.
I love it. I need those.
No, but that's it goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of wanting you to excel more, because I think more people, you need to be on top of I want to be able to tell people I know him. I know him. Yeah. I do it now, but I'm saying on a bigger level. I want to tell my mom I know him.
It's coming. And the reason why I say it's coming because struggle builds character.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I was watching real quick. I was watching the new Star Trek that came out.
Uh-huh.
And
I got it on Netflix, so don't spoil it yet.
Well, I'm gonna just tell you the little part.
Okay.
Like the dominant aliens.
Uh-huh.
They were like, you know what you guys' problem is?
What is it?
He was like, we're better warriors because we fight through pain. We learned through pain.
Right.
Y'all on that rosy shit.
Yeah.
We conquer you because we learned through pain.
That's what it is.
So for me, I feel like I'm gonna dominate a portion of this shit because I've been through so much pain that I'm built for everything that's about to transpire right now. It's like you go through those. It's that moment in 300 when everybody was rejoicing, right? Because they killed a few soldiers. In his mind, Spartacus was like, we got so many more to kill. I can't rejoice.
Yeah.
This just one celebration. You dig what I'm saying? So
That's it.
It's coming.
The world conqueror is coming.